Welcome to Hari's Hobbies, the channel where we discuss the latest tech news and delve into the newest tech products. Today, we are taking a look at the official specs, price, and performance of the GTX 1180. But before we delve into that, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you guys would like to stay updated with the latest tech news related to gaming and PCs. So, as you guys already know, the GTX 1180 has been anticipated for a very long time, and there are very many rumors surrounding it right now. However, at Computex, Mr. Jensen Huang, who is the CEO of NVIDIA, stated that the next series of GPUs from NVIDIA wasn't coming out for a very long time. And this rose a lot of concern that the next series of GPUs from NVIDIA may actually not come out till 2019. However, recently, GamerMeld actually made a video claiming that he was able to get in contact with an insider from an add-in board partner who told him that the GTX 1180 is actually coming very soon like originally anticipated. Now, he didn't reveal the source of his information more than that it was an insider from an add-in board partner, but GamerMeld does have 52,000 subscribers and he has always been accurate with his information. And on top of this, he is very confident that this news is very accurate. So if he is indeed getting his information from an add-in board partner, then this information that he is passing is definitely legitimate and official. So, what exactly did his source tell him? Well, starting off, they gave him a release date. So, when exactly is this GTX 1180 coming out in the first place? Well, according to his source, their third-party variant of the GTX 1180 is set to launch on July 30th of this year. So NVIDIA's Founder Edition card will come out on the same day, if not earlier. As a result, this is really good news and we just have to wait a little over a month for the GTX 1180. So that's great and all, but how does the performance of the GTX 1180 look like? Well, GamerMeld was also able to discover that the GTX 1180 was coming with 8GB of memory just like the GTX 1080. However, the GTX 1180 will most likely have GDDR6 memory as opposed to the GDDR5X memory found on the GTX 1080. So that's what we officially know. But there are very many other leaks as well suggesting that the performance of the GTX 1180 will just barely be better than the GTX 1080 Ti. What all those rumors suggest is that the GTX 1180 will have the same CUDA cores as the GTX 1080 Ti at 3584 CUDA cores. But at the same time, it'll have higher clock speeds with a base clock of 1600 MHz and a boost clock of 1800 MHz. There are even rumors suggesting that the GTX 1180 will have a boost clock all the way up to 4 GHz, but I really doubt that's going to happen because that's over a double increase over last generation. So even if NVIDIA was able to offer this, I doubt they would do so. So I think a much more reasonable estimate would be 1600 MHz and 1800 MHz like WCCF Tech originally suggested. On top of this, the GTX 1180 is expected to be more power efficient than the GTX 1080 Ti at consuming 170 to 200 watts instead of the 250 watts found on the GTX 1080 Ti. Along with this, the GTX 1180 should also benefit from being on the new Turing architecture, the 12nm process, and GDDR6 memory, and it may even have tensor cores and ray tracing technology, which may be what DirectX 12.5 and 13 may be all about. So as far as performance, the GTX 1180 will just barely beat out the GTX 1080 Ti by about 20 frames per second. So all of this is great and all, but how much is it going to cost? Well, we were expecting that the GTX 1180 was going to launch for an MSRP of $700 just like the GTX 1080. And according to GamerMeld, the third-party variant card that he was talking with is going to come out for an MSRP between $720 and $730. Third-party variants of graphics cards are usually more expensive than the Founders Edition because they usually have better cooling designs like multiple fans and higher core clocks. So based off that, I think we can safely assume that the GTX 1180 Founders Edition card will have an MSRP of $700 just like the GTX 1080. And if you look at the GTX 1080 Ti, while pricing has gotten a lot better for the GTX 1080 Ti, you'd still have to spend at least $725 to get a GTX 1080 Ti. So at this point, it doesn't really make sense anymore to buy a GTX 1080 Ti considering how close the GTX 1180 is and its performance and price. You will be spending about the same amount of money on the GTX 1180 as the GTX 1080 Ti, but get a good performance increase. So the GTX 1180 is definitely the way to go unless you find a really killer deal on the GTX 1080 Ti, like it being offered for $600. But otherwise, the GTX 1180 is the better option when compared with the GTX 1080 Ti. And if the GTX 1180 is indeed coming out on July 30th like GamerMeld is suggesting, then other cards like the GTX 1170 and 1160 can't be far behind. So any of you guys considering to buy a GTX 10 series card right now, I really recommend that you guys just wait a little bit longer and get an 11 series card, because for the same price you can get a lot more performance. So as a result, even if the 10 series cards hit MSRP, or even if you find a really good deal on them, I suggest that you guys wait for the 1100 series card and get one of those. But that's all I got for you guys this time. So how do you guys feel about this? Are you guys excited that the GTX 1180 is coming so soon? Or did you just buy a GTX 1080 and you're currently vigorously reading through the return policy for Newegg? Make sure to comment down below what you guys think about this, because I do read all my comments and I'm curious as to what you guys think, so make sure to post your thoughts. Also, if you guys like this video, then make sure to drop a like and hit that subscribe button if you guys would like to see more videos just like this one. But until next time, bye.